Hello everyone, UK Goosebumps here, and finally, the long-awaited video that you've been waiting for a few days now, that loads of people have been excited for. Today is going to be the Goosebumps 2023 price guide. So, let's kick this straight off with me just first saying all of the books in this video will fluctuate between prices throughout time. So tomorrow, one of the books I mentioned that could be 80 quid now could be 40 tomorrow. And especially with the new Disney series coming out, the book prices can change drastically. So whatever I say is the current prices at the moment. They could change, but they're unlikely to. Right, so let's start off. First book that I recommend for the price guide that is good idea to pick up is going to be One Night in Pain House, and it's going to be right here. Listings on eBay at the moment, as you can see with this video, are going to be anywhere from $20 to $30. And if you're in the UK or somewhere overseas other than America, you can experience shipping anywhere from $10 to $30, euros, wherever you are. So yeah, around $20 to $30, I would say, for this book. And then also you can get first editions, which are more expensive. But yeah, One Night in Pain House, definitely a good one to pick up. Especially if you're looking for to start off with some of the GYG special editions that aren't as difficult to find but are still rare. I would recommend this one here. Okay, so next book that is rare to hunt, that is another rare book that I recommend you getting your hands on, is one that's going to be one of the more popular ones and one of the more accessible ones that you can get. And this is going to be Goosebumps Live on Stage. As you can see on all these listings here, they're going from anywhere from 40 to up to 80 sometimes even. Depends on the condition. You also have some other live on stage merch as well, like the t-shirt that we scrolled past a few months ago. But yeah, other than that, 40 to 80 on eBay. You can easily get it for less than that on other websites though. So you can get this. I know people have gotten it for a few dollars, like $7. I got mine for £20, which is around $25 in the US, which is a really good price because mine's in very good condition. But you can normally find these in very good condition for a cheap price from local to you. It's just in-person locations, they're quite difficult to find. And the price has slowly increased on these. I'm not too sure why. I'm not sure, maybe because the Disney program's coming and it says theatre play. I'm not sure. I think it might be as well that loads of people have bought them because they're quite cheap. There's not many left now. There's about 12 listings on eBay now, so I think the price has gone up seeing as there's not as many. But yeah, definitely one you'll want to get your hands on, and yeah, I recommend it. So for this next book, it's multiple books in this one. I'm not really going to be focusing on one specific one up until later on in the video. It's going to be any of the Goosebumps Presents books, the TV books. As you can see here, this is a good example of them. You can get like a lot of them like this, of about 7 or something on eBay for quite a cheap price. Depending on which ones they are, you can get them from anywhere between 8 to 20 or even $40 sometimes. So I'm going to say $8 to $40 depending on the book, but there are some rarer books in this series which I'll be talking about later in the video where their prices can vary massively. But yeah, scrolling through eBay, as you saw a minute ago, they go for they vary in price very rapidly, and a lot of them are actually from Australia, which is pretty cool. So Cooper the Goosebumps guy will be in luck, and Goosebumps Aussie fan, because they're in Australia quite a lot. But yeah, any books in this series you can pick up. They're all pretty good, rarity-wise. Not actually the books, they're not known to be amazing books. But yeah, I will talk about some of the rare ones just in a minute. So the next rare book that we're going to be talking about for the price guide is going to be Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns Goosebumps Presents book. I'm going to show it up here right now. As you can see, the price is extremely hefty. It's very, very expensive book. I've never really seen one under this price, but it is definitely possible to get one under this price, and because I know a lot of people on YouTube have gotten some under this price, it's just hard to find. But like I showed you a minute ago with those Goosebumps Presents books, look in those book lots and check if they have this. You can check on eBay, you can check on Amazon. I know there are a few copies on Amazon. Abe Books, World of Books, Half Price Books, Thrift Books. Any of those might have them, but I know they are all really, really, really expensive. So this one is more about how you can get it rather than, it's more about how you're going to get it rather than the actual price of it, because I don't think anyone really wants to pay £200 or dollars towards a book, the 60-page book. I know people have, and no judgment. I don't blame you. If you need to finish a collection, it's your decision. But I know most people wouldn't want to. So that's why I was going to say that your better option is going to be finding a different place to get it for cheaper, maybe in thrift stores or something like that. But yeah, that's the only advice I can give for this book, for the price and where to get it, because that's literally the only way. So yeah, on to the next book. Before I go any further, I just want to say, if some of you are thinking up to this point, oh, all of this information, or all of these books are just the same ones that I've seen in other price guides. Well, there's a few things I want to say. One, the reason the books are repeating themselves in the price guides are probably because they're always going to be the rare books. That's just how it works. But I'm just updating you on the new prices and how to get them and stuff. And if you're thinking, oh, well, he's just saying the stuff that I've seen in other price guides about how to get them. Well, probably because that's the only way to actually get them. Like, I might be repeating myself and stuff, but I'm just trying to give you as much information possible. And I might be repeating myself, but I want to repeat myself to, one, because that's the only information that is, like, actually valid, and that the only way you can actually get them is the information I'm giving you, if you've heard it before. And I just want to make sure that you understand that's the way you can get it. So just a heads up. Okay, for this next book, I guarantee you most of you guys will not know about this. There are going to be a few that know about this, but I know most of you won't. And I don't have much footage of this at all, so there's not many pictures or videos or anything like that. But this is basically the Goosebumps the Goosebumps Tales to Give You Goosebumps sneak preview booklet. This was released as like a promotional item to promote the new Tales to Give You Goosebumps series. As you can see right here, it's a tiny booklet. Very small and extremely, really, really rare to find. I have very limited information on this. I've never seen one listed on eBay or anywhere. I've never seen one listed. I found this picture and that's it. The only reason I know about it is as a Goosebumps completionist. Thank you very much. And what I've got from the information about this is that it's one of the rarest Goosebumps books ever. So it's going to be going for in the hundreds of dollars, I reckon. And if you do find one for less than $100, pick it up straight away. It's definitely worth it. It's probably one of the rarest Goosebumps books ever released. Goosebumps completionist has said that people are paying high prices for it, and he understands why. So high prices, I'm assuming, is like high prices. You know what I mean? Hundreds of dollars, I'm talking. So the only thing that I can say is probably look online on eBay and stuff, but it's highly unlikely. In person is a lot more likely. So go to your local thrift stores, go to your local second-hand bookstores, anything like that, and just double check on websites now again as well. But it will look like this, and yeah, that's all the information I can give you. I'm going to play a short clip from Goosebumps Completionist now.
It's rarer than all of those. And nobody ever talks about it. Like I said, it's an obscure little book. I can I can see people now, like, why would you want to pay high prices for this? I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying in terms of rarity. I personally believe this is the rarest Goosebumps book.
Okay, so these next two books are going to be part of the original series. This one is more based upon the American side of Goosebumps. As in the UK, you probably won't be able to find these as much as the other ones I've been mentioning. And these books are going to be 1, The Haunted Mask, and 2, Werewolf Skin. So let's just start with The Haunted Mask first. So it's not the book as such that is rare, but the things inside it. So as you can see, all of the Haunted Mask original series book will look like this. But if you open it up and see this here, that is going to be the cut-out mask that is going to be inside the book. And if that is in the book, it will drastically increase the price and the rarity of the book. So that's definitely worth hanging on to. Now, these are very hard to come by with the mask still intact, and you might need to ask the seller or the person you're getting off if the mask is still intact and what's actually in there. Because I know some of the original series books from the USA also came with stickers and cards and stuff like that. So you might want to check that out as well. Now onto Werewolf Skin by here. As you see, it will look like this normally. But then if you open it up, this will be there. And if this is there, then that means it has drastically increased the price as well. Same as the Haunted Mask. You might need to check it with the seller beforehand if it's still there. But other than that, that's why I chose these two books for the price guide. And yeah, so these are definitely worth looking for, especially if the mask is inside. But yeah, okay. So these, I'm going to group these two books together as well, just because it seems easier too. They're around the same price gap as well, because they're Goosebumps Presents books. Goosebumps Presents books, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, which will be here, and Goosebumps Presents books, Call All Creeps, which is by here. So let's just start with Call All Creeps, seeing as I actually have this book. In another video, I showed off this book, and I didn't realise how rare it is until I bought this. So normally these prices can go for anywhere from $20 to $40. But if you have a first edition, mint condition one, they can go from anywhere between 100 and 150, like shown here. This is the maximum. Not many people are paying for this by here, but that's how much it can go for. And I just want to say, I got that book for £4. So I'm living proof, and me having this book is living proof that you can get these books for cheap and then turn out to be really expensive. So it can happen, and price guides can really help on those things with knowing where to find them. I was just looking through eBay in those Goosebumps Presents lots that I was on about, and I managed to find this. So yeah, stuff like that can happen all the time. It can happen to anyone. I was just lucky. Moving on to Lawn Gnomes. This is a very, very difficult book to find. I would argue, at the moment, especially now, it's more difficult to find than Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns TV Presents book, because it's out of stock absolutely everywhere. I can't find anything really listed for it anywhere. Everything's out of stock. Thrift books, as you can see, is out of stock. Yeah, you can't find it anywhere. I've had no luck looking for it, and the prices before this were going towards the hundreds of dollars. So yeah, definitely one to look out for as well. These Presents books are definitely really rare and worth your time. This is more targeted towards UK people, but Americans, carry on watching because you never know what you're going to find. So number 1 is going to be the Goosebumps original UK series, which is going to be over here across my head now. There it is, and okay, now it's gone. And basically, it's not the actual UK series that you need to be looking out for, it's the ones with the no numbers on the spine, which is going to be by here, covering my head again. So yeah, the ones without numbers on the spine are basically prototypes in the UK. They did them before Goosebumps got officially released in the UK, just to see whether people would buy them or not, and they didn't want to put numbers on them in case people didn't buy them and they thought there would be more. So these definitely worth looking after. They are definitely more rare. I have about 6 of these prototype ones, and you can find them on Facebook Marketplace, mixed in with lots, and people don't know that they're rare, so you can get them quite easily. Probably one of the easiest ones to get, but they just don't pop up often, but when they do pop up, they're really easy to get because they just look like normal Goosebumps books. So yeah, that's one. So we are down to our last 2 books in the 2023 price guide. So this book now is going to be Give Yourself Goosebumps, Your Plant Food. I had to just redo this clip. I already filmed it, and I checked the prices again on Abe, and since last night, this is how fast Goosebumps book prices changed. US ones on Abe were going for around 15 to 30 bucks. They are now going for around anywhere from 100 to 150, which is insane how it just changed overnight. And I don't know how, but there's no UK ones left on the website now. I ordered my UK one for £3. All the UK ones spiked up to 150. I don't have no idea why. I knew they were expensive because I've seen them before going for that much, but they all just spiked up, the US editions as well. So as you can see here, Your Plant Food. I'm just going to show the American cover. And this is the video. Look at this. Hundreds of dollars, and there's the odd one at just like $3. I'm really confused by this. I'm going to put it on the price guide anyway because it was my I was going to put it on the price guide anyway at the beginning of this video, and you know, so it was a very rare book anyway, but it seems that it's spiked up again, so definitely look out for this one. Okay, now we are on the last books. Well, technically they're not books, technically they're magazines, because these are the Goosebumps Scare-zines. Scare-zines? I don't really know. They're going for scare and magazines in the same thing. But here they are. Now, these are probably one of the most difficult ones to find apart from the sneak preview on this price guide. They are definitely the most expensive item on this price guide. This set of about 10 is going for about $700. As you can see, this is what the inside looks like. They have loads of fun activities in there. I'm guessing they're fun, I haven't played them. Some more insides of them. I'll just roll through the pictures, I'll do like 5-second ones. Yeah, but this is what the inside looks like and the backs and everything. Yeah, so Scare-zines. Don't know much about these things, I'm going to be honest. I don't think many people do. But I know in the Goosebumps magazines there's lots of word searches, questions, stuff like that. And basically they made these magazines, and they were just magazines with fun activities in. For people who enjoyed Goosebumps. It was all about Goosebumps and a magazine. I'm pretty sure they stopped making them after like number 10 or something like that. And that's why they're extremely rare. They're extremely thin books. They're very difficult to find in good condition, seeing as how old they are. And yeah, a must for a pickup if you're a Goosebumps collector. But obviously the price will deter a lot of people. Okay, so that brings this 2023 Goosebumps price guide to an end. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Just before we go, I have 2 honourable mentions that I didn't think deserved to be on here, just because they're not quite as rare as to go on the price guide, but I still deserve they have a chance. So, first one that I think deserves to be on here is Goosebumps Horrorland Survival Guide. Quite difficult to find, but at the same time, very cheap if you find it, so you know. And second one to find is quite a difficult one to find. I just didn't think it deserved to be on there because there was one that took over it. But this is going to be Trapped in the Circus of Fear. If you have first editions of either of these ones, they're obviously going to be rarer. But yeah, so those are my honourable mentions. I really hope you liked the video. Comment down if you have any questions about any of these books, and let me know if there are rarer books that you know about and that I don't. Thanks for watching.